and thank you so much for joining us here on Talk of the Town. We have an incredible lineup for you today. I am Jessa Jeremiah, filling in for Robyn Zimmerman, and I'm so excited to introduce you to our first guest who really probably doesn't need an introduction, as she has an incredible show right here on our station, and we sure have enjoyed watching it ourselves. Holly Dixon is here, owner of Timeless Interiors. It's so nice to see you.
Good to be here today.
I can't wait to talk to you a little bit about what's going on at Timeless Interiors. We have been following your show. We get to watch these amazing transformations that you do, and that is so much fun. But I want to tell our viewers a little bit about you, your store, and the incredible story that got you to where you are today.
Well, thanks. I'm happy to share that with you. It is quite the story, and there's a lot that goes into it after 22 years of business. But it started from day one, where I borrowed $5,000 to, embark on this whole idea that I had, and it started out as the mobile showroom. So I wasn't Timeless Interiors forever. And what was mobile was me.
You.
And what was a showroom was a van. So I got a hold of a van and some accessories, and people used to call it the magic van, because whatever they needed accessory-wise for their home, when I went to their home, I would pull it out of the van. And they'd say, oh my gosh, it's like the magic school bus, right?
Right.
The kid show.
Yes.
I had the magic van. So that's how I started. I borrowed $5,000 22 years ago, bought some accessories, went to homes that were under construction at the time here on the island, because I had been fired from the job that I had previously. And I thought, okay, this is a great motivation to start my own thing. And I thought that I knew what people were wanting and what resonated with people, because I had been working with people at that store I was let go from over in Bluffton. And so I processed what they were saying, and I thought there's a lot more to this than what they're doing. So I wanted to add that dimension and add kind of every price point. I know people know that I have high price points and very good quality goods because I love beautiful furniture. But I very much have lower end price points as well, and I like to mix it up. People just think because I have one chair that might be $2,000 or $3,000, that every chair is $2,000 or $3,000 when they look at one tag, and that's not the case. I have everywhere from $300 to $3,000. But that's what people want, is that mix.
Yes.
So when I started the business 22 years ago as the mobile showroom, I grew servicing and taking care of people's needs, and I had a vision of the store that I have now on the Parkway. I owned that property for 10 years before we broke ground on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing story, to hear the hard work and effort that went in, and the way that you just grew piece by piece by piece, almost literally piece by piece.
Yes.
And that van filled,
Yes.
and then you started into furniture, and then here, years later, it all coming to fruition. It's an incredible story. I wanted to make sure our viewers understood where you came from, because that's great. I also want to make sure that we spend a little bit of time talking about the store. And, if you walk into Timeless Interiors today, you will see lots of furniture. And we have about a minute left to talk about that and the inventory that you have, because that's not always the case right now.
No, I have inventory that's crazy, crazy wild. And two things. I have inventory because I'm selling all the inventory from what I used for model homes. So people frequently say, is it used furniture or is it new furniture? Well, technically, you're going to find both things inside of there, because the pieces that were used in models, I classify them as used. And then there's brand new inventory. I have 3 containers shipping in over the next 2 weeks that are all in. One container comes in by the end of this week and will be put on the showroom floor. I have probably about 140,000 square feet of furniture because I have things stacked and of course piled up. It can be overwhelming, but don't be overwhelmed. We've got tour guides, and just take your time, bring a sandwich, bring yourself a drink, spend some time, look everywhere. There's so much to see. But the real win is that you could take it home. We can deliver it for you right away. And you won't have to wait like everyone is waiting for all their furniture.
Absolutely. Well, that's really the key right now, and I'm glad to know about that. You guys, if you head into Timeless Interiors, there's a discovery around every single corner, and you may even get to meet Holly herself. Thanks for sharing your story.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more Talk of the Town. We hope you'll stick around.